it's all hypothetical to then assume that Rockus is not 10 times better now than they were at week 2. The whole thing is hypothetical.
I mean, the very next week, without Franklin, they almost beat the Turtles.
For me, one good win.
Is that right? They almost beat the Turtles week 3.
Yeah, but they didn't have Tommy Franklin.
They almost beat the Turtles week 3 without Tommy Franklin.
So the same thing. But you can't use the Turtles as an example, and here's why. They lost to the Villains they beat the Villains by 5 points.
Okay, so why are the Turtles 3 then? I mean,
they're the only 7-1 team. That's why they're 3.
Those two teams are already in because the difference of points between the Pigeons of 7 and 18 is 11. It's not going to swing at all.
Well, we can still discuss it.
It's just between. I mean, it's going to be between Durand, Jemima, and Noise of the Jaw.
Okay, let's do the vote then.
So I'd say Blue Chips.
Well, you said
over the Pigeons.
I mean, like I said, I'm not going to make a big fuss of it. Both teams are going to lose.
They both suck. They both are going to get their ass kicked by St. Paul.
I know.
Absolutely crushed by St. Paul.
Neither plays any defense.
Neither plays any defense. Honestly, we should just combine forces and only lose by 20 instead of 40.
We should have a play-in game like 64-65.
Don't Junius Ho us right now.
Shoot for it.
Let's shoot for it.
Okay.
Somebody called Quincy.
Okay, I'm here with Players Committee member Kevin Mayer. Kevin Mayer, who are your Final Four teams?
All right, I'm going to go start Turtles in the Southwest region like it looks down there. Basically the Fridley region with Bulls North, Rockus, North Stars, and Durand Jemima's in there too. I'll take Turtles, Gorillas in the Northeast, and the other two, I'll go St. Paul in the one with Tropics, Red Devils, St. Paul, and Lakers. St. Paul beat Red Devils. Tropics, I mean, those are 3 close teams. And I mean, that's going to be a good region. And finally, in the top, Rebels, Riddlers. I'll go Riddlers for fun.
Thank you, Kevin.
So Riddlers, Turtles, Gorillas, St. Paul.
Thank you, sir.
We just bumped Bulls.
We are locked. We're not retracting.
Wait a second.
Right, dude.
You guys need to look at the national power
We
rankings.
just
Okay, I'm here with Players Committee member and Bloomington South League coordinator Chad Wessels. Who are your Final Four teams, Chad?
I'm going to go with Rebels, Ruckus, Bloomington South's Bulls, and Red Devils.
So you think the 15-seeded Bulls are going to beat the Gorillas in the first round and then take down either the Sock Thumpers or the Greenhorns in the second round?
Yes, the talent speaks more than their record.
Thank you very much, Chad.
It was a horrible discussion.
Okay, I'm here with Ahmed Helmi, Players Committee member. Final Four teams.
I have Riddlers being the Rebels, Gorillas over Sock Thumpers, Red Devils over Lakers, and I'll take the Turtles with the 3rd season in a row where they have the easiest route known to man.
Okay, you were pretty vocal about Rockus at the 6th seed. Any thoughts on that?
Basically, they get. My opinion is I had the Pigeons out just for clarity's sake, but Pigeons did beat Rockus, and then Rockus don't get credit for losing to a non-playoff team, but then the Pigeons don't get credit for beating a top 6 team. It's kind of fuzzy all around, just like the whole night has been pretty much. But sitting next to Briggs will do that to you.
Blue Chips at 20. Any thoughts on that?
Blue Chips are a solid team. I think they beat Durand Jemima head-to-head, and Durand Jemima's at 19. Usually we've been kind of going off head-to-head in terms of Rebels and Gorillas and Lakers and St. Paul, and then somehow Durand Jemima got put ahead of the Blue Chips. I think it's the first thing I actually agreed with Briggs on tonight. So,
thank you, sir.
Schedule got this because of the schedule. Rockus is going to be in a top seed. If it was just beginning of the season rankings, Rockus wouldn't have been there. Greenhorns are at 10 because of the season. I mean, the season got to us here.
Okay, I'm here with Adam Stewart, Players Committee member. Final Four teams are who?
Got Rebels, Gorillas, Turtles, and then I got the Lakers.
So you got the 13-seeded Lakers taking down 3 teams on top of them. Any reason why?
I think it's very even between all the teams. I think they're all good, but I mean, there's nobody that really stands out. Anybody can win any given night, so I think the Lakers are.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, here with Reed Nelson. Reed, give me your Final Four teams, please.
Rebels, Gorillas, North Stars, Red Devils.
North Stars. I think that might be the first and only of the committee members to vote North Stars. Why?
Chris Maher will get him there. And then I don't know if they'd face off with the Rebels. Then Jansen would shut him down in the Final Four game.
Okay. The North Stars did lose to the Turtles with Chris Maher in attendance. Why do you explain to me how they're going to beat the Turtles if they face off?
I just don't have a lot of faith in the Turtles. I don't think they had a great season. I think they squeaked by a lot of games. They may have some attendance issues next week, from what I hear. Rumor has it. And I think they're going to get caught on Thursday. No, actually, it'll be on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So.
All right. Thanks, Reed.
Yep. Okay, Izzy Elkafas, Players Committee member. Final four teams are who?
Rebels. I'm going to go Rebels, Gorillas. I gotta go Turtles. I just can't see anybody. North Stars Rockets is just too easy of a road. And my fourth team, God, that bracket is stacked. The Lakers, Lakers, St. Paul, Tropics, Red Devils. What a coin flip. You know what? I'm feeling the Tropics. I actually think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they're the most susceptible team to lose, but I actually think they might get it done this time. It's more or less, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing Anton piss his pants when he gets to 4.
That is a tough bracket. What team is most likely out of the play-in teams? What's the team that's most likely to make a run?
Out of the play-in teams?
Yeah. Actually, no. Let's do this. Let's start at 15 at the Bulls South. Which teams out of these bottom 6 is most likely to make a run?
Oh, it's easily Bulls South.
Okay. Then let's start here at Cush Club. Then, okay. If it's easily Bulls South, which team here is most likely to make a run?
Noisy withdrawal. If they can get their guys to show up, they play very suburban basketball, which is good come playoff time because they don't play sloppy. They have a post game. They can rebound. They don't necessarily have great off the dribble shooters, but they play very good team basketball. And I think Noisy could, lack for a better word, make some noise. But yeah, I think Noisy would be the best option there.
What is the worst seed here? Who is off by the furthest for you?
Off by the furthest for me? They were pretty close. I would say the team that was off the furthest was actually, I'm going to say Rockets. I had Rockets at 4 ahead of the Tropics. I can see why they're at 6, but I had Rockets at 4, and I think that two seed jump was probably the biggest. Everything else was about one off.
Okay, there is a link on this story at the top with the full schedule on it. Tuesday's playing games are in Bloomington. Wednesday's playing games are in Bloomington, or Wednesday's Sweet 16 games are in Bloomington. Thursday's Elite 8 games are in Fridley. Okay, so beware of the schedule. We will most likely have the times up for both the playing game. Well, we will have the times up for the playing games and the times up for the Sweet 16 games by the time you click on this link. The Elite 8 games times will all be to be determined. All right, I'm here with Jason Briggs, Players Committee Chairman. How do you think the meeting went?
It was awful. Awfully frustrating. Some seeds are not as I would have predicted. Some minds were changed. Even on 1 or 2, my mind was changed, and I'm a pretty stubborn person, so I guess props to the other committee members for, changing me, which is something rare. I only have one beef, and that's that Durand Jemima's in the playoffs. And they're great kids, but they're not a great team.
Who would you say is the furthest off here from where they should be? Would you say Durand Jemima?
I had Durand Jemima as 22. I also had Noisy as 21, so both of those are 3 seeds off. I had Fob 5 at 7. Other than that, this is pretty. I had Bull South at 17. So other than that, it's pretty accurate, pretty close.
Okay, from Cush Club down, which of those 5 teams is most likely to make a run?
There's only one team in that could make a run. I think the Pelicans Bulls rematch would not be what the first one was. And I don't think they will. I think all these teams are going to struggle, but I would pick Cush Club just because of the frantic style. And I think even though against the Rebels, I think it'll be entertaining at least.
Okay, who are your final 4 teams?
I would have Fob 5 beating the Riddlers. Then they would get the Rebels, and if DuPont plays with the Rebels, that puts the Rebels in the Final 4. I would have The Gorillas Bulls South is going to be a great game. So would Gorillas Sock Thumpers, but I would have the Gorillas in. I would also have the Turtles in because I think they're better than the North Stars and Raucous. But my other region, I got to give to the Lakers. If I was just going to go on how they're playing and some of the matchups, I think the Lakers Tropics, I mean, that came down to double OT. I think the Lakers can win that game, and I also think they can beat the Red Devils and St. Paul. So I would go Lakers. So Rebels, Gorillas, Turtles, Lakers.
You know, I really like what the Final Four could shape up to be. If we have the Gorillas versus the Turtles in a game, and then the Rebels against, you know, either Tropics, Red Devils, St. Paul, or Lakers, I mean, that's going to be one potential heck of a Final Four. So let's just say hypothetical right now. Rebels play the Gorillas in the championship game, 1 versus 2. Who do you have in that?
I have the Gorillas.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week.